Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have some things that I want to talk to you guys about. This is more of a get to know me video, and it's just some stuff that I've been dealing with lately, and I've been dealing with for a few years, about a decade now, so it's going to be kind of like a story time, but it's also going to be an update of what's actually going on with me currently at the present moment. So I'm going to pretty much start from the beginning. I do want to say that this video is going to be showing some pictures of stuff that I've been through and current issues that I've had. You will see blood in this video, so if you are squirmish in any way, then I don't recommend watching this video. But if you want to know what's going on with me currently, because I'm trying to let you guys know what's going on and keep you guys informed and stuff like that, because some of my videos I am going to have to stop for a while. Again, I won't know more detail until Thursday, but I do want to let you guys know what's going on. So basically what happened was in 2005, in the summer of 2005, it was my senior year in high school, and I was getting ready to go into my senior year, and I was at my grandparents' house in Florida. I would go there every summer to visit them, and I woke up one morning. My pillow was covered in blood. It looked like somebody literally stabbed me in my neck, but it was all coming out of my right ear. And I ended up having to fly back to Massachusetts and, get everything checked out and looked at. And what ended up happening was I ended up having surgery through my right ear. I had a mass in my ear at the time of the scans and stuff like that, and I needed surgery to go in and remove it, and it ended up being a mastoid cyst that was wrapped around my eardrum, and it was starting to eat away at the brain wall. So I ended up having a titanium prosthetic piece put in to help with my hearing in that surgery, and I ended up having a skin graft off of my arm, my right arm, to help with, needing to patch what they had to patch in my ear. So I was down for that particular surgery. I was down for, I would say like maybe 4 weeks. I was out of school, and again, this was right in the beginning. I had the surgery in November, school started in September, and I ended up, going back to school like around like the end of November, like December time-ish. I don't really quite remember, because again, that was in 2005, so I don't remember those small details. I just, obviously remember the surgery and stuff like that. So as that progressed, we thought that, we fixed the issue, and all of that. And then fast forward to 2012. Daddy. Sorry about that. I kind of had to move inside because my daughter came outside. So fast forwarding to 2012, I had moved back from Florida, back to Massachusetts, and things were going good. I met up with my fiance Chris at the time. At that time, he's still currently my fiance. He's who I'm actually marrying, and things were going good for a while. I was working, and and all of that stuff. And then in, I think it was February, like January, February area, I was in Target, and I was just going to grab some things just to get out of the house because I was bored. And I was walking around, and a customer said to me, your ear is bleeding. And I was bent over at the time, and throughout the time from the first surgery, my ear would bleed on and off. It would bleed like right in this inner part here. So I thought maybe, she saw a little bit there that, was normal to me at the time. Because like I said, I had been dealing with that since the first surgery. I had been dealing with, bleeding in my ear, headaches, and some slight dizziness, because they did go through and had to completely reconstruct my inner ear and stuff like that. So, like I said, I was in Target and I was shopping, and I get to the checkout counter, and the lady or guy, I don't remember which one, that was ringing me out said, I think you need a tissue, your ear is bleeding. And so I was like, okay. So I took the tissue and I touched it to my ear, went like that, and I saw blood, and I kind of went into shock, because I was like, oh no, is this happening again? And so I finished checking out, and I got in my car and I drove back to my house. I literally lived right next to Target, so it wasn't that far of a ride. So I drove back, and I went in and I showed my mom my ear. I looked at it. I ended up taking a picture of it, so I'm going to insert that picture now. So as you saw in that picture, it was dripping down my ear. It wasn't as, I would say, bad as the very first time, because like I said, the first time my entire pillow was covered. Like, it literally, like, the whole size of my head, it was all over that pillow the very first time. So my mom wanted to wait to see if it was going to happen again. I told her something didn't feel right, because for that week before my ear started to bleed again, really bad like that, I had this massive headache that I just could not get rid of. It was straining my eyes, everything, light, sound, everything, was just bothering me. And I was trying to do my best. I was, taking, the Advil or Aleve or whatever it was I was taking at the time to try to help with that headache, just so that I could get through my day. And so I ended up going into the hospital to get it looked at. I left the blood and everything, because previous times when my ear would bleed and I would go get it looked at, they're like, oh, I don't see any blood. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't see anything. Everything looks normal according to the surgery that you had before. So it was a lot of like runaround. So I left the blood so that way they could physically see, like, look, this is what was coming out of my ear. This is why I'm concerned. I ended up getting admitted into the hospital. I was transferred from one hospital to another, and I was admitted there. I was there for, I think, like 5 days, and they did tests and all of that stuff, and I ended up needing another surgery. So I think it was the 29th of February in 2012, I ended up going back into surgery again through my right ear. It was supposed to be a 3-hour surgery, turned into a 7-hour surgery. I guess when they got in there, because the original plan for that surgery was to go in and, fix my hearing and just make sure that, that mass didn't grow back, and to find out why that was happening. So they went back in, and they didn't get a chance to fix the titanium earpiece that I have in there. because they had to call in an emergency neurosurgeon. Apparently, I had an infection that was going on to the point that my brain wall was getting eat away at, and a piece of my brain was actually like pushed from pressure into my ear canal, and it was all infected, so they had to remove a piece. That's basically how they explained it to me. I mean, I have medical records with big words that I just can't, pronounce, so I'm not going to get into all of that stuff, but the basic way of saying it is that, my brain was infected in my ear canal, and they had to go in and they had to repair it, and they had to focus more on that opposed to fixing any other issues that was more pressing than anything else. And with that surgery, because again, it was the second time going through my ear, it was the second time that my my balance was thrown off even more. From that surgery, I'm considered a fall risk. I have left-sided weakness and numbness from my face all the way to my foot. My left leg gives out on me a lot. I was in physical therapy for it. All of that stuff. I can use my hand and my leg. I just don't have full strength like I used to. I can't lift things like I used to. I can't do a lot of physical activity like I used to be able to do because of the weakness. I get tired very easily. So it was difficult to try to recope with that, and having to deal with all the residual effects from that particular second time surgery. I ended up having to leave my job that I was at because I couldn't perform my job. Everything was going numb. At one point I thought I was having a heart attack. It was the first time that I really felt my whole left side go numb, like my face drooped, everything. They were worried. They sent me home. I ended up leaving my job because I had one manager at that place that just wasn't understanding of the situation and didn't understand that I couldn't do certain things because I was recovering from a major surgery. I was out of work, I think, for 3 months before I actually tried to go back to work, and then I just couldn't. It was too early for the recovery time for that particular surgery for me to go back to work. So I took it upon myself to leave. So I quit. I was not fired. I quit. Just because it wasn't fair to my coworkers. It wasn't fair, to them for me to be in one day and then the next day it would just be too much. I was sick. I was exhausted, and it just was too much. So, throughout all of this, my fiance stayed with me. We were only a few months into our relationship at that time, and I thought, this is going to be too much for him. I'm like sick. Is he going to want to stay with me? And he did. And, we're going on, we just hit 6 years. We have a daughter together, and we're getting married. So, he definitely is a gem and my complete support system, and I wouldn't be able to go through any of this without him. So I'm going to insert a few more pictures just to show, like, how my ear was still swelling and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to insert those pictures now. So in those pictures, I don't know exactly. I have to look, obviously you've seen how many pictures I put, but I'm like recording this and then inserting things afterwards. So I don't really remember how many pictures you're going to see that I put up to show you, but they were things where like my ear was swelling, me in physical therapy, and stuff like that. So Now, fast forward again to now, and actually it was the day that I posted my vlog, which was like, I think either Thursday or Friday of this past week. My ear was bleeding like for a couple of days. It had been bleeding on and off for 2 weeks, and it was alarming because, I mean, it wasn't coming out of my ear like in, you know, the previous picture and like I described, but it was a lot to fill Q-tips. It was a good amount to be, you know, worried for. So I will insert those pictures of that from this current time. So you'll see that right now. So, you know, that was happening, and I was in the process of finding a new ENT, which is an ear, nose, and throat specialist. Just because I have to go in once in a while and they have to suction out my ear, and you'll see in later pictures why they have to do that. You'll see what a normal ear looks like. I'll show you what my left ear looks like. That is a normal, healthy ear. And then you'll see what my right ear looks like, and you'll see why they have to go in and suction it. I'm, I guess, supposed to be doing that a lot, and nobody ever really explained to me that, you know, this is something that needs to be cleaned out. Like, you have to come in and we have to suction it, and it was always just would happen at like an appointment that happened like, you know, 6 months later, and then I would have another appointment 6 months later, and it would get done that way. I wasn't really told until Saturday when I went into Mass Eye and Ear for, you know, like an emergency visit because of the bleeding, and because I had contacted my new ENT doctor, and they suggested, because they couldn't get me into him sooner, they suggested that I go there. So I went there, and the lady was very nice. I loved that doctor. She actually explained to me a lot more of what was going on with my ear. Explained, you know, the past things that had happened to my ear, and she actually took pictures of the inside of my ear so that I could see it, because I've never seen it in the time frame that this has been going on, over a decade. I've never actually seen inside my right ear since any surgeries or prior, so I didn't really know. But so basically, I'm just going to read, I've got my paper over here, I'm going to read the diagnosis for the visit. I was diagnosed with headache because I do have chronic headaches. They did unspecified headache type. It's basically claustoma of the right ear and draining of the mastoid is what she's got down based off of my history and all of that stuff. So I'm currently on an antibiotic that I have to an oral antibiotic that I have to take 2 times a day for 10 days. And then I'm also on an antibiotic eardrop. I have to do 5 drops in my right ear 2 times a day, that it has to sit in there for at least 5 minutes. And it makes me very dizzy just because, you know, I'm putting moisture into it, and I am supposed to keep it dry outside of the eardrops. So I'm currently dealing with that. I just had to make an appointment with the new ENT doctor that she recommended, because it looks like I may need surgery again on this right ear, and to fix a few issues and stuff like that. I need to have a hearing test, a CAT scan, because I can't see behind the eardrum, and they want to make sure that there's nothing else going on behind the eardrum that they can't see. but they'll also probably, if we do a surgery, it will be to fix the piece and obviously see what else is going on in there. So I have to do that on Thursday, and I'll do an update video after that, just to let you guys know how that appointment went and which direction we're going in. So now I'm going to insert the pictures of what my left ear looks like, and I will label it left ear, and then you'll see pictures of my right ear, and I will have a little, you know, notations and stuff of what to look for in that ear. Again, these are, I would say, a little graphic. If you're squirmish and you don't really want to watch it, I would recommend like fast forwarding a little bit. But I am going to insert those pictures now. So that is what my right ear currently looks like. There is an infection in there, and there is this like white bluish circle that you saw in one of the pictures. It's actually the titanium earpiece that they put in, and you're actually not supposed to see that. It's supposed to be behind like a membrane or something, and it's supposed to be down a lot further. So that needs to probably be pulled out, replaced, and put in the right spot. So that is like what I'm dealing with. I see a neurologist for my headaches. I do headache logs that I literally have to go through and like write down a whole thing of like when I have headaches, how bad they are, what it impairs, and stuff like that. So, you know, I have to do all that, and it's a lot. I now have to see another eye specialist because they want me to go back to Boston and do another test on my eyes to see if there's pressure behind my eyes that they can't see, because my eyes were checked on Saturday when I was at Mass Eye and Ear, and they just want to make sure that, you know, if there's pressure behind there causing the headaches, if there is, you know, that could be the reason why things are getting pushed towards my right ear, or there could be something behind my eyes that is the cause of the right ear. They don't know if it's connected, not connected. So they just want me to do a test and be seen by another doctor there for that specific thing. And I'm going to make that appointment after Thursday once I know exactly, you know, like what the route is, what the plan is, and stuff like that. And I'll find out from them if they want me to make that appointment before we move forward with the ear, or if it's something we should do after, or, you know, whatnot. I'll know that more again on Thursday when I go. So basically, that is everything that's been going on with me lately. It seems to be a pattern. The first surgery in 2005, that mastoid cyst had been in there growing for approximately 10 years before it actually erupted to the way that it erupted. So I had no idea that I had that issue going on. I mean, I was dizzy and stuff like that, but I never had any ear bleeding up until that point, up until that summer. So I had no idea that was going on. And then the second surgery happened 7 years after the first one, and then now it is 5 years after the second one, and here we are again. So with this particular glioblastoma, from what I was told, is it could have small cells that are so microscopic that they cannot see them to remove them, and that could be why this is reoccurring, because those cells are being missed just because they're so small. It's nothing that the doctors are doing, none of that. It's just so small that it comes back. So I won't know until after I have a CT scan and I see the doctor and all of that stuff, exactly what we're going to be doing. But so I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I am trying to grow my channel. I am trying to do more like videos where you get to know me and get to know what's going on. And I don't vlog all the time because I'm home all day and I don't really do much outside of take care of my daughter and, you know, appointments and errands, and some appointments I just can't bring you guys in to because it's my bipolar stuff. So I mean, this gives me anxiety because I don't want to do this surgery again. This one I will be down probably 3 to 6 months. It's going to really screw up. What I mean by down is, I mean, like, I won't be able to drive for at least 6 months. I will be, you know, my balance and stuff will be so off. It's just going to be very difficult, you know, with day-to-day stuff that I'll have to do, because I will have a dome that's over my ear. I will have a plug that will be inserted into my opening of my ear, so that way, you know, the drainage and stuff, it all stays packed for like 2 weeks or something, and then that will get removed and the dome will come off, and then it's just, you know, it just allows it to air out. But I will have stitches behind my ear unless they need to actually go into any of this. I won't know that, but the past 2 surgeries, they've gone through my ear, through behind here. They would cut it open, and that's kind of where they did the surgery. So I won't know, again, any of that until I see the doctor. But, yeah, so this has been an ongoing health issue that I've had. This is why I'm stopping the weight loss pills. Again, in the video that you saw before this, it has nothing, the pills have nothing to do with this issue. This issue is something that has been going on for well over a decade, and it's just something that some people deal with, and sometimes it interferes with their life a lot, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a one-time surgery and that's it, and sometimes it's multiple, and so far it's looking to be multiple on my end. So I'm going to let you guys go, keep this video kind of short. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave comments below and I will respond to you. I will do an update video for this, but I do have to stop the weight loss diet pill one, just because if I have to do any surgery, I don't like to take weight loss pills. I don't like to be on any medicine outside of what is prescribed by a doctor that I need to be on, just because I'm not going to be able to take that stuff. I'm not going to be able to work out for a while on that stuff if I end up having to do this. So I just figured I would just stop it now, instead of not giving you an explanation and not telling you why I'm stopping it and just stop it. This is the explanation of why. And again, that medicine, the weight loss pills, they're not the cause of this. This is stuff I've had going on for years. So it's just what I do is I stop unnecessary medicine that I don't need to take before stuff like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't get too squirmed out by the pictures. And, you know, I just want to keep everything real with you guys. Like I said, I am trying to grow my channel. I am trying to do some cool videos for you guys and all of that stuff and stuff, but life happens. Sometimes life gets in the way. And unfortunately right now, right as my channel is doing good, life is happening. So you will see videos, you will see updates, you will see some DIY stuff like that. And when I do more wedding stuff, we're still trying to pick a a venue and stuff like that. So I will still be doing videos and stuff, and even if I am recovering from surgery, you know, I will still have videos. I just might, for like 3 weeks, you just might not see anything from me. But what you want to do is you want to stay, you know, follow me on my social medias, my Twitter, my Instagram, Snapchat. I will make sure that, you know, like if I can't do a video like this, I will, you know, keep you guys updated that way as well during that time. But like I said, I will be back with an update on this after Thursday, when I know what's going on from that ENT doctor, because, you know, it's pressing to the point that he wants to see me immediately. He wants to see me Thursday. So I will keep you guys informed, keep you guys up to date. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing to me. I love you all, and, you know, and let's go on this journey again, except this time I'm going to bring you guys with me. So I will talk to you guys later. I do have more videos planned and in the works that I'm going to do in between of all of trying to figure this stuff out. So I'm going to try to film some stuff and have it set aside so that, you know, if I do go into surgery, it's just something I can upload. But I'm going to be planning all that out. So I'm going to try to do more vlogs, if not vlogs, a sit down video like this. Well, technically I'm standing, but more videos like this, just to update you and stuff like that. So thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications, because that's the only way you're going to know when I post a new video. I also have a link in the description if you would like to support my channel, so that way I can do more fun DIYs and stuff like that for you guys, unboxings and stuff, and more giveaways and stuff like that. So if you would like to support my channel, you do not have to, but if you would like to, I would greatly appreciate it, and the link will be in the description below. So again, I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.